big story. A federal appeals court says Act 10 is constitutional, but is it going to be the last word on this?
Yeah, one prediction tonight, no way. The fight over collective bargaining, in fact, could go all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Our Jenna Sachs is live with our big story tonight. Jenna.
While Republicans are celebrating the ruling, Democrats call it a step backward, but the fight over Act 10 likely isn't over.
The governor of the great state of Wisconsin, Governor Scott Walker.
Welcoming our nation's fighters back to Wisconsin, Governor Walker reacts to his administration winning their own fight in the U.S. Court of Appeals.
The real winners are the people of the state, the taxpayers of Wisconsin.
The law that stripped collective bargaining from most public employees has been ruled constitutional by the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals in Chicago. It's a reversal from a ruling last year in Dane County, where a judge struck down parts of the law as unconstitutional.
I've said all along that I was confident that the reforms we enacted that empower schools, local governments, and state government to put the power back in the hands of the taxpayers would ultimately be proven to be constitutional. Act
10's passage 2 years ago sparked widespread protests and led to recall elections across the state.
It was a very unusual time, passed in a very unusual way, and really outside of our long-standing traditions of Wisconsin of open, transparent, accountable government.
Democratic Representative John Richards calls this latest court ruling a step backward and a blow to labor unions.
Act 10 was a bill that never had anything to do with balancing budgets. It had everything to do with punishing political enemies.
It was a clean sweep, but it was a pretty close call. It was a 2-to-1 decision.
Professor Mordecai Lee calls the ruling a win for Walker, but says the legal battle over Act 10 won't end here.
This is such an important issue for labor unions that they, I think, are going to go flat out with absolutely everything they can.
And Lee expects the final word on Act 10 may come from either the state Supreme Court or the U.S. Supreme Court. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Jenna Sachs, Fox 6 News.
Thank you, Jenna. Much more to come right now.